Welcome to the Irish Hills at Michigan International Speedway for the Collisionworx AutoBody 125. This is the last race of the regular season for the CORA boys. They'll be starting the chase next time we see them. Don Stevenson holds a 63-point lead over Nathan Sedlec, but the topic of the day is going to be the double zero car. James Brown sitting in 12th in points right now, or 13th in points right now, looking to get into the top 12 so he can make the chase. I'm Carl, and in the booth with me today is Jason Stout and Lance Mead.
Hey, how you doing, Carl?
Doing great, man. How's it going? What do you think we're going to be looking at today for a race?
Oh, doing great, man. I think we're really in for a show. I think we know that this track has got multiple grooves, and the cars have got big horsepower, big downforce, and I think it's going to be a lot of good, fast racing, and possibly even over 200 miles an hour.
Well, tonight we're going to be crowning an IndyCar champion. It's going to be an exciting race. We've got a lot going on here, so let's get this downstairs for our opening invocation.
Good evening, race fans. CORA Championship Online Racing Association proudly presents the Sunday Money Series. The Sunday Money Series is being brought to you by Cole's Wheelboard Truck Center, Redwood Falls, Minnesota. Berkey Painting and Sandblasting, a quality job at a fair price, Redwood Falls, Minnesota. Hurley Property Maintenance, when you want the job done right, Kingston, Ontario. Dale Smalley Drywall, the finish is what counts. Sophia, North Carolina, Small Town Computers, serving Midwestern Michigan. SH&D Trucking, Elburn, Illinois. Collisionworx and Collisionworx AutoBody Express, making friends by accident in Memphis, Tennessee. Now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps, as the Reverend Rusty Dent will deliver our invocation.
Dear Lord, let us pray. We want to thank you, Lord, for all we have. Dear Lord, we ask you that you protect those men and women who serve us both here and abroad. And, oh Lord, we give thanks to those who have served us and have given that ultimate sacrifice that we may enjoy the liberties that we have today. And, oh Lord, we ask you that you give these drivers the skill and the good internet connection so that we may be given a race like no other. Lord, we ask you that our racing give us the green-white checkers that we so deserve, and that we may enjoy an exciting race to the finish we all want to see. Lord, may you heighten the senses and protect these drivers so that they can give us a three-wide, door-banging race to the checker flag tonight. And can we all say amen? And I'll say amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we proudly introduce Jaden Berkey to sing our national anthem.
Glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
this time, the 5 sons of our CEO, James Brown, Alex, Andrew, Nick, Cody, and Ethan, will deliver the 4 most famous words in all of automotive racing. Good luck, drivers. To all those watching, it's time to sit back, relax, and strap it down. Let's go Sunday money racing, CORA style.
Hey, welcome back, race fans. This is Sunday Cora's Money. We got a race here going on at Michigan International Speedway. So looks like it's going to be a good one. Some real good lap times. Carl, what do you think about this race, man? What are you predicting here? We got a lot of fast drivers out here.
Well, I've been watching practice here all afternoon. Here, they've been running some pretty fast speeds, and they've been doing a lot of crazy stuff out there. I see 5, 6 wide down the front straightaways. It's going to be interesting if we see that during the race tonight, because 5 and 6 wide just is not recommended in open wheel cars. These guys touch tires. That's the end of it. They're going to be going into the wall. Qualifying looks like it's over here now, and we got.
Okay, yeah, you're just talking about the 5 and 6 wide racing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Multiple grooves here, big horsepower, big downforce, and these cars are real light, so they get extremely fast. Gonna be racing over 220 miles an hour here at Michigan in these Indy Delar cars. Man, these things are screaming fast.
Yeah, we got a really tight points championship also here for the Indy cars. We got Michael Johnson sitting here on the top right now with 296 points. Only 14 points back is Don Stevenson, followed closely by Eric Davis, Kevin McCarthy, Dominic Dyball sitting there 262 points. He's 34 points back. He's I wouldn't call him a long shot, but he's got a good chance of getting up there and getting into this points lead and being crown points championship. We got Joel Wood sitting in 6th, Garrett Atwell, he's sitting in 7th. James Brown is in 8th in the Indy points. And Michael Churchman 9th, Sal Accardi 10th, Dylan Ackhart, and Bradley Cooper around 11 and 12. That's just for the IndyCar. Now we have also the overall point standings, which is really close also. Right now we're looking at Don Stevenson. He is right now our current point leader overall for the all 4 series. We have Nathan Selleck, Everett Lane, David Wink, Michael Churchma, and Michael Johnson sitting back here in 6 points. But like I said, the big story tonight with the overall points is going to be James Brown right now sitting in 13th in points. He's actually less than 20 points behind Mark McFadden. He can knock Mark McFadden out of the points lead today.
That's just incredible. And we'll definitely be keeping our eyes on that points. That's going to be a race within a race today. Let's go over your starting grid here as we're grid and get ready to race. Looks like your pole sitter is Eric Davis. Outside poles is Dominic DeBall. The 3rd, Gary Bauer. 4th, Michael Churchma. 5th, Nathan Sedlak. 6th, Don Stevenson. 7th, Everett Lane. 8th, Kevin McCarthy. 9th, Michael Johnson. 10th, Joe Wood. 11th, Nicholas Duchetti. 12th, Richard Holland. 13th, David Wink. 14th, Gordon Burke. 15th, Jonathan McMinn. 16th, Sean Dower. James Brown, 17th. Phil Gary in 18th. 19th is Bradley Cooper. Chuck Thompson's 20th. Colton Burke is 21st. Ryan Borges 22nd. Gary Atwell 23rd. Colton Burke 24th. Well, lost my place there. Number 4 for Garrett Atwell starts 23rd. Michael Tibbetts is in the 97, starts 24th. Starting 25th, John Pansula. Charles Starks starts 26th. Jason Haverson starts 27th. And that looks like that's going to round out the field, guys.
Yeah,
There's a lot of fast cars here.
Looks like James Wilkinson didn't take a qualifying lap today, so he's going to be starting to scratch on the field. As CORA usually does, we our 3 top drivers from the qualifiers now will be taking their place at the front of the field with Nicholas Doucette, the youngest driver on the field. He is going to be 12 years old this year. He is going to be on the pole. We have Eric Davis, he's going to be second, and Michael Churchman is moving up to third in the starting position. Sorry, got tongue-tied there.
Heck yeah, it's very easy to do. We got a lot of things getting ready to go on. Big points battles, big racing here on the track. And I'd say we're in for a good show tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be. This is going to be a lot of fun. These guys are going to be doing a lot of drafting out there. Like you said, we're going to be hitting speeds 225 miles an hour is top speeds that I've seen. 226 actually by Michael Churchman I saw earlier today in practice. So yeah, these guys are going to be moving pretty quick.
Yeah, that's incredible speeds for how light these cars are. They got a lot of downforce, and you can just about run wide open here. And I'd say if this is open setup, they are running wide open.
The lights are off on top of the pace car. He's going to be making his hard left here into the pits. He's going to put the field in the hands of the young Nicholas Doucette. And Nicholas Doucette hits the loud pedal. Great start. As we head off into turn 1 here, we're going to have, it looks like it's going to be side by side for quite a while. I don't know if we're going to see these guys ever get down to single file today. If they do, it'll be a surprise to me because like you were saying earlier, they can run just about anywhere on this track with these cars.
Oh yes, sir. We got 2 wide all the way through the field, all the way back, stretching all the way through the corner here, coming out of 4. Looks like Eric Davis is getting a good run here off turn 4. As they're coming down, they're getting up to speed here, over 200 miles an hour already for lap 1. That's just screaming around here. These guys don't even crack the throttle going through turns 1 and 2. They're looking to single file out there a little bit.
Yeah, these guys are going to be running flat out the entire way around this track. I was running a practice race earlier with these guys, and yeah, you're pretty much flat out. This track is nice and smooth. These cars really grip nicely on the track. We're going to be seeing a change for the lead here soon, it looks like.
The thing I really love about this track is that the multiple grooves. You see these cars running on the outside and the inside. As Dominic DeBall gets the change for the lead here, he got a good run coming off of 4, and looks like he's going to keep trying to take this position down on 1 2.
Yeah, I was talking to Dominic today earlier, the small town computer car. He said his car is running really smooth today. He's looking actually, what he's telling me, he's looking to get at least the top 3, if not a win. Oh, we got a car sideways here.
So we got contact in front of the field. Is that the 35?
That was the 65 actually. Eric Davis looks like got squirrely there coming out of turn 4. Was able to collect it back in here, but he did make contact with another car. I didn't see who he made contact with there, but whoever it was, I know he hit him right there in the front wing, and that's going to do some damage. It's going to make it a little bit hard for these cars for his car actually, whoever it was that he touched, to handle, because these cars are all about aerodynamics and downforce. You mess up that front spoiler, you're in trouble.
It looks like Gary Bauer was the innocent victim there. Looks like he got a little loose, and that slight contact with him, and then he made slight contact with the wall. So that might hurt his chances here. Is we don't run fenders on these things. Got to keep these things clean the whole way to keep the the tires on it more or less. Because we ain't talking fenders today because we ain't got none. So gotta be really careful out here. We hope they don't hurt his chances here.
Yeah, you get these things touching tires, you're going to see a car flipping through the grandstands. That's what you're looking at, because these things once they touch, it just sends the other. Well, it could actually send both of them flying because, like you said, there's no fenders, so there's no door banging. You don't want to be doing any door banging out here with these things.
Because they're still too wide for the lead. Nicholas Duchetti and Dominic DeBall's still racing. Looks like he's going to try to. It's Michael Churchman almost tries to stick it 3 wide there and thought better of it. Moves back to the high side as they file back down in line. And you got to be thinking, it's we got quite a big race here, and what these guys are going to do. We're going to have a little tire strategy here today, a little fuel maybe. As we see these guys starting around quite a bit, we got to be careful here and not chop each other's nose off. Like I said, we don't have any fenders today.
Well, I've been talking to a bunch of these guys, and they're all pretty much giving me the same stories when it comes to pits. They're looking at they're said they're getting about a gallon per lap with these cars in the draft. And you're looking at probably about a gallon and a half to a gallon and 3/4 if you're out there running by yourself. So you're probably looking at anywhere between lap 30 and 45. I'd say you can start seeing cars coming in and doing some pitting. They're saying that the tires are holding up pretty good, but I don't know. If I'm going to go into the pits with these cars here, I'm going to be putting 4 tires and fuel on it. Dominic Dieballs seems to be falling back through the field here.
It looks like his car got a little tight on him there in the corner. Don't really know if he missed his entry or if there's something going on with the car.
Got a caution on the field here. Not sure exactly what happened. Let's see if we can take a look back and find it.
Yeah, looking back here through the field, I don't see right off what has caused the caution. We got anything from pit road? We're hearing that it might be Bradley Cooper here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of rear wing damage here. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Bradley.
Looks like the is that the 68 or the 4 sideways there? The 68 sideways going down in 1 and 2, and looks like it collects several of our competitors.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like the 68 got into the 4 car, and Bradley Cooper was just along for the ride after that. I don't think he had anywhere to go. Just an unfortunate incident there for Bradley. He was up in the tower with us last week, and now he's wrecked on the track this week. We only got 1 car right now that's sitting a lap. Well, no, actually, Jonathan McMahon's 2 laps down. Gary Bauer's 1 lap down. Gary should be getting his lap back, so that little miscue that he had there at the beginning of the race, he'll be able to clear that out, get his lap back, and get right back here at the end of the lead lap.
It looks like everybody's staying out on track, playing the track position game here. They're not going to grab the 4 tires and fuel, don't look like. Yeah, the things, wrecks happen here so fast. I mean, we was talking about the speed there a second ago. They happen so fast, it's hard not to run into them. And these cars get damaged so easy. You got to be really careful out here.
Oh, we still got Nicholas Doucette running up here in the front. We have Michael Churchman's made his way up to 2nd place. Eric Davis sitting in 3rd. Dominic Dyball fell back to 4th position. Nathan Sedlick sitting here in 5th. Kevin McCarthy, CEO, the Iceman, sitting here in 6th position, the winner of last week's race at Indy. We got David Wenk sitting here in 7th. Everett Lane sitting in 8th. Sean Dewar and Joel Wood round out the top 10. Well, it's a privilege to have Lance Mead up here in the booth with us today. So, Lance, how's it going?
It's going. I'm rooting for Dom here, obviously. But he's kind of falling out there. I don't know what happened, but still rooting.
Well, Lance Mead's the owner of the Small Town Computers car, and also Small Town Computers, where you can get your computer work done here if you want to go over some of that with us later. But I've got a couple questions I'd like to ask you real quick here. Last time we had you in the booth here with us, we were in the Gen 6 car. These Indy cars are quite a bit faster. How does that affect your computer running faster cars? Does it make it better? Does it make it worse?
as with any simulation or game, the more information you have going on at a time, and these are going faster than those Gen 6s are. So there's a little bit more going on in frame. You can see a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be a lot. Probably I'd say 10 to 12% difference. Actually drop in performance of your video card. However, most of these guys I think are running close to 80, 90 frames per second in there. So when they get into these cards, they're not even going to notice the difference. They will if you're looking at their frames, but as far as performance, they shouldn't be seeing any difference with these.
So while we're under caution here, why don't you give us a quick rundown about your company, Lance? How's things been going there?
Oh, things are going pretty good. Which I wouldn't think you were going to ask. I would have put something down. I'm pretty bad at on the spot stuff. However, I'm just drawing a blank right there. Give me a moment. Anyway, just continue there. I don't want to have a lot of space there for you. I apologize.
Oh, that's fine. Take your time.
Biggest thing is I've been fighting a sinus infection. Yeah, I'm getting over it now. I'm feeling better today, but I don't know if you've ever had them, but it really slows down my mind. Well, I'm feeling better, so hopefully I'll be ready to go tomorrow for Monday morning for work.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. We're glad to hear that.
Well, as always, Lance, it's a pleasure having you up here in the booth with us here. Anytime you want to chime in and have something to say, let us know. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy what's going to be a great race today here.
All right, I will do. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
That's Lance Mead, owner of Small Town Computers.
All right, guys. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to double them up here. We're going to get ready to go green. Hope these drivers ain't getting too antsy around here under caution. Sometimes we tend to have yellows that's right behind another yellow, so we'll have to see how these guys are going to play this restart.
Once again, like we said here a couple weeks ago, you see these guys out here jockeying back and forth, warming their tires up, scrubbing off the dirt, getting the tires all nice and sticky, getting them ready to head off into turn one at full speed. That's something new that iRacing has put into their build this time, is actually swerving the tires, get some tires heated up, and you want some nice hot tires going into turn one at full speed with these cars. I know you when you're taking off, you want that sticky too. These guys are playing with weight jackers out there in these cars. They're jacking these things all the way down to minus 15 and 20 just for the restart. And then as soon as you hit third gear, you want to jack that thing all the way up to positive 20 in order to keep these things stuck to the racetrack. Cars are 100% aerodynamic downforces. You lose your downforce on these things, and you're in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, these cars are definitely fast, and they're a blast to drive here. If you're watching, just come on out during the week. They host the Sunday Money qualifiers. Qualify to win you some money here. So we're getting ready to
Speaking a lot of fun and being here.
Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
I know. Oh, that's fine. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Pace car dives down on the pit road, and Nicholas Doucette once again, great start. Hits the loud pedal off to turn one.
It looks like he's going to pull away. He's got Michael Churchman here looking to the inside of him. Looks like he's going to try to take the lead here. He ain't going to wait around. He wants to get out front and away from these guys. I don't much blame him. Now, on back of the field, it looks like everybody had a good, clean start there. Don't see anybody bunched up. Looks fairly single file till you get about back to 13th, 14th, 15th, and then they're too wide, too deep.
And we're back under caution again.
They must have, race control must have seen some debris on the track or something.
What was that, Lance?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just gonna say I didn't see anything. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we might have had a bad start on the track here, but They're telling me up here in the tower that it's time to let our sponsors have a few words in here. So, this is Carl, sitting here at Michigan Motor Speedway, watching CORA for the last race of the regular season. Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway for the Collisionworx AutoBody 125. Collisionworx. Making friends by accident. Lights are still on the top of the pace car. Not sure exactly what happened out there, why we went back under caution, but I did not see any wrecks on the track, so apparently they must not have liked the restart there, so they decided to throw their own caution. I see it says Alan Larson threw a caution, so that had to be what it was.
That looks like race controls. On that yellow, there might have been something laying out on the track that they didn't get. Looks like the lights are going off here.
Lights are off on the top of the pace car. next time by, we will be back under green. This time, Michael Churchman is going to be sitting out in the front here, and Nicholas Doucette is going to be on the outside in second place for the first time. We got Eric Davis, Nathan Sedlick, Dominic Dieball, Kevin McCarthy, David Wink. We got, and it looks like the lights are back on the pace car, so we will not be going back to green.
Yeah, it looks like the race officials have called it off again. Not really sure what's going on here, but it seems
Okay,
like
well,
we will be riding around. Have you got something there?
Yeah, I'm hearing something from race control up there. It seems like the lucky dog is not working again this week in iRacing. Surprised, huh? So they actually had to give Brad Cooper his lap back, and they had to extend the caution flag because of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's interesting. I haven't seen that one really, but I'm glad that we got that cleared up there. He was talking about that Collisionworx meeting friends by accidents. That's going to be a good way to make money and a bad way to make friends.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be making friends. Hey, man, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm going to punch you in the face. You say that again.
Yeah, but it's good to
messed
have
up my
a nice
car to
hand
get
up.
here.
Yeah, I'd say it's good to not have a nice hand out there to shake though when it comes down to it though. That's pretty rough. As the lights go out this time on the pace car, we're gonna wait a minute here and see if we double up this time.
We're gonna try this one more time.
Hopefully we can get this thing going. Hopefully we got this lucky dog thing figured out and get everybody lined up in the right position.
Well, like I was saying before, we have up here on the front row now, it's going to be Michael Churchman and Nicholas Doucette. Then we have Eric Davis, Nathan Sedlick, Dominic Dieball, Kevin McCarthy, David Wink, Everett Lane, Sean Dewar, and Michael Johnson, top 10. Where we got James Brown sitting back here in 15th position. He's not up here quite as far as what I thought he was going to try to get. I thought he was going to try to get up here a little bit further, but we are only 18 laps into a 125 lap race, so let's not put the cart before the horse here. And I think James will be in good shape.
Yeah, he'll definitely be one to watch here on this restart. See how this pans out here. If they get a good restart like they did last time, and everybody gets going and nobody gets bunched up, that's a car to watch to see if he get something going, get momentum on his side, and get up to the front of this field. He's got a fairly fast car, and we've seen him do it several times. So I'd be keeping an eye on him.
Next time we go under caution, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Bradley Cooper and find out what's going on there, because they just gave him 4 laps. I don't understand what that was all about, but the pace car is down off the track, and this puts the field back in the hands of Michael Churchman. Michael Churchman hits that loud pedal, and we're off into turn number 1.
Looks like Michael Churchman might have spun the tires there a little bit or something. It's real easy to do in these cars.
Caution is back out on the field.
As race officials throw another caution here, I guess we got to get things straightened out, or there's something they don't like.
Well, now we are back under caution again. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Brad and see if I can find out what's going on. Brad Cooper, this is Carl up here in the announce booth. What's going on out there, man?
A lot of crazy stuff. We had something go on with my reset. I got involved in that wreck at lap, I think, 10 or 11. And when I towed to pit road and my tow was complete, it didn't administer my reset. I left my pit stall crooked, and then when I thought, okay, maybe I'll bump the wall, and then I reset again, then I had to tow again, then it still didn't give me my reset, so I had to go all the way around the track with a broken car to get my reset.
crazy things going on out there. We were wondering because this is the third time we've been under caution in as many laps, and we were trying to figure out what was going on. But before you got into that little accident out there, how's the car feeling?
It's kind of, I guess, not good on the inside. I think that outside, if you can work from the top to the bottom, especially in 1 and 2, if you have that room, you can pretty much dictate what the guy on the inside does, because he has to give you room. But it's pretty tight, and if you lose a draft, you're done. So basically, just stay in the guy's air is what I'm going to try to do. I'm still a lap down. CORA was nice enough to administer me my laps back, so I appreciate it from them guys.
Well, Brad, good luck, buddy. I hope everything works out for you here. We're going to be going back racing here in a couple laps, so we shall hopefully talk to you after the race is over.
All right, thanks a lot, Carl. Appreciate it.
Hey, good luck, man.
Thanks, Lance.
That's Bradley Cooper in the 25 car out there. Seems like we got everything straightened out. I think he got all of his laps back now, and we're going to try this one more time.
Yeah, that's a tough break for him there. That's hard to deal with. You got the busted car and have to drive that around. I've been there before, and they're hard to drive anyway, let alone crooked.
Yeah, you don't want to be going around this track crooked in an Indy car. No, that's bad.
Yeah, they skew sideways and they get a pitch to them, and you really can't drive them at all.
No, I'm just glad I'm not the only one that's had bad luck at this track. I mean, I feel sorry for you, Brad, and I hope the best for you from here on out on it. But last season, I put many hours into practice and screwed up not only a pit entrance but a pit exit. It was a rough race for me. I actually had a really good set. I was thinking, honestly, was running for the top 5 and ended up finishing, I think it was like 21st because of it. So hopefully it goes better for you than it did for me.
Hopefully. It's it's not a lot of fun being back here. It's been random because we had a decent start, and I was I'm already kind of in the chase, so I figured I'd just chillax and sit in the back, and it's been a kind of a weird start. So I appreciate CORA giving my laps back, but I didn't want to mess up the whole field. So now everybody's like, oh boy.
Giddy up.
10-4.
Did we just hear chillax? I think we did.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to be cool and collected right now. It's been really frustrating.
Well, you chillax and work your way back up to the front.
10-4. I'm glad you guys are having fun up there.
Speaking of the different things that are going on with the track and everything, you guys have made some comments about that with the IndyCar. You can go pretty much where you want on here. I know I've asked this back with the Gen 6, and I haven't been around you guys since to ask for the different cars, but not just for me, but probably for our listeners out there as well. How much does that have an effect on your tires when you're taking a different line? I mean, is there a certain line that's optimal for your tires, or with these cars, is it not so much of a big deal on this track?
Well, these tires are made a lot differently than what they make the Indy or the NASCAR tires out of. But yeah, different lines do affect your tires differently. Obviously, the tighter you take the turns, the more you're scrubbing off rubber off the tires, and the tires go away a little bit quicker. But really, with these cars here, with the downforce and the way these cars handle around this track, tire management isn't too hard on this track. You don't have to do quite as much to keep your tires underneath as you do with the bigger, heavy body cars.
All right, good.
Yeah, it seems like these cars are a lot about the momentum, and if you can get on the outside there and you can get a big run, you can work your way toward the front. As we see these guys doubled up here for the restart. Michael Churchman up here leading these guys, leading the group. Nicholas Duchetti on the outside here.
Yeah, alrighty, lights are off on top of the pace car, so this time by, hopefully, we can take the green and keep it under green.
Yeah, looks like they've got all the cars sorted out and everything. Everything's looking good. When we get to take the green flag right here.
And the
pace car turns left on the pit road, and we go green flag racing, and looks like Michael Churchman's going to get out to a big jump here as he gets tries to get a big lead on this field.
Well, that was a great restart there by Michael Churchman. It looks like he was really anticipating the green flag. Of course, he gets to pick when we go. Then everybody else pretty much has to follow behind, and he really faked him out. Got a nice big jump there. He moved out to a half a second lead right off the bat.
It really looks like everybody's following suit. It's got 2 wide all the way through the field. You got real fast action, over 200 miles an hour already. These guys are looking for the front, wanting to get them some of that money, and we got points going on too. And this is getting ready to get pretty exciting once we got everybody straightened out here.
Yeah, speaking of points, I'm riding along here with the 00 car of James Brown. See where he's at. He's sitting back here in 13th position, right in front of Gordon Berkey, his teammate, partner in crime in the tower 9 times out of 10. But yeah, right now these guys seem like they're just content riding around back here in 13th and 14th position.
I know Michael Churchman is fairly competitive. I raced with him a few times. With him in the lead, and I don't want to get too early in this, but at the same time, where do these guys need to finish to be able to come into the top 12? The guys that are in the top 12 are close to be able to carry that out and come into the top 12 after this series.
I'm not sure exactly where they're going to have to finish. I'd have to go down through here and kind of do a breakdown on the points in order to figure that out. But as of right now, let me take a look here.
I know that it's 2 digits, I believe, 8 on up to win. Of course, the winner gets the big purse.
Well, the driver that I'm not seeing on the track right now, correct me if I'm wrong, is Mark McFadden. He is the one sitting in 12th that James is chasing. I think James pretty much just has to finish this race in order to move into the top 12, because he was less than 20 points behind at the beginning of this race. And if Mark McFadden is not out here, which I do not see him anywhere.
I'm looking through the running order right now, and I have to agree with that. I'm not seeing him.
So pretty much by default, I think James is going to be in the chase.
We'll have to keep our eyes on that as that points battle keeps getting ever closer by the minute here. Just taking off laps here.
We have one heck of a race up here for the lead right now. We got Michael Churchman, Dominic Doucette. They are sitting here 1 and 2, and they are racing neck and neck, heading down here into the. See, they're on the backstretch right now. Just came out of turn number 2 here, and it's just a drag race down this backstretch. Sorry for walking over top of you there. I just got a glimpse of the leader here, and these guys are racing hard. And don't look now, but here comes the Iceman, Kevin McCarthy, sitting on the inside there, right behind Mike Churchman.
Great battle for the lead. 2 wide, 2 deep. Get ready to be 2 wide, 3 deep as these guys battle here at Michigan International Speedway. Looks like the high line's going to trying to prevail here and get a run on these guys that's running the bottom. And you got to think that's where I would want to be sitting, is on the outside here to get the momentum and get that run in the straightaways there from the high side. And
the Iceman cometh. He drops that thing down on the inside of the Mike Churchman machine. Mike Churchman is able to get down there and close the door on him. He had that 3 wide there for a second. Really getting exciting up here in the lead right now. And
As
the
we got
third place car, Eric Davis, looks like he's got a lot of damage there. Spun it around sideways, backed it into the wall. Big wreck. Many cars are involved in this one.
A lot of cars collected. Heavy contact there, and it looks like in turn 2, as they're coming down into turn 2 here, it looks like he makes contact there with David Wink, and he just gets turned around there, just barely clipped his nose there. That's all it takes, just barely clipped his nose, and a lot of cars get caught up in this accident.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have about 4 or 5 cars actually that's involved in this wreck here. That's a shame though, because these guys are really putting on a great show up here in the front. But I will say this, every one of those guys do have their one reset, so they're going to be able to pull one car off the trailer and come back out here. Eric Davis and David Wink, I think, will be okay though. They're not. I don't see them going a lap down. Maybe Eric Davis, because I think he did have to tow after that one, so he might be going a lap down. But there's a possibility he'll get his lap back. But speaking of getting his lap back, our Bradley Cooper, 1 lap down, he will be the lucky dog. He will be getting the lap back.
Awesome. That's great to have that lucky dog feature, help these guys get their lap back here. As we got the leaders headed down pit road here. Michael Churchman's on pit road.
We're going to ride down here right now with Michael Churchman to the pits. Let's see what we're going to have going on here. I'm sure we're going to see 4 tires and fuel on all of these cars, being that it takes just about as long to put 4 tires on as it does fuel. There's only one lug nut per tire, so I don't see anybody not getting tires changed.
Yeah, these pit crews are really fast here on these Indy cars. Michael Churchman, it does win the race off pit road. Has a bunch of other cars following suit there with him and getting their 4 fresh tires and fuel. Looks like everybody took 4 tires there and topped off the fuel there.
Well, not everybody. Kevin McCarthy stayed out on the track. The Iceman decided he wasn't going to pit this time by.
We got a little strategy into play.
It's what it seemed like.
I mean, I can't remember how many, because I actually had it off out with my car last season, and I cannot remember how many laps I could get. He may be right at the cusp where he may not have to, or maybe he's relying on the cautions because of the amount of cautions we've been having.
Well, I think some of these guys are actually going to be looking at just making this a one-stop race, because I think they can get about 44 to 45 laps out of a tank of fuel, out of a fuel tank of fuel. And like I said, these tires do not fall off all that much on these cars. They're light cars. They're not scrubbing off a lot of rubber on these cars in the turns. So, yeah, the tires, they'll hang tough, I think, for the 45 laps. And Kevin's been able to hang tough up here in the front. Like I said, he dove that down inside of Michael Churchman there, went 3 wide, and that was pretty impressive. That was fun to watch.
And after the interview with Kevin after last week's race there, he seems to be fairly strategic as I am myself. And so there's got to be something there. Like I said, I don't really remember, and I haven't ran these enough lately to be able to give a good synopsis on where he's actually going with that. But I tell you what, he's a thinker though, so he's definitely got a plan.
Well, I'll tell you what his plan is. His plan is being the first CORA official to win 3 races. Is what it is. he's got that thing up the front. I don't think he wants to look back. I think he's just gonna do what he can to be up here and win his 3rd race. And I don't think he wants to look back too awful much, because Michael Churchman is only going to be restarting in 4th position, so he's going to be starting right behind Kevin on the restart here. So, he's going to be on the outside, but
correct
behind him nonetheless. And
exactly.
It seems like Mike has the fastest car out there right now. Mr. Churchman has been turning laps out there consistently in the 32-second times. So
I haven't had a chance to watch now to see how he's been running throughout the week. So I don't know what's going on with him falling back there. Because you look at where everyone qualified and where things were at, even in practice, it's almost surprising in a way where everyone's falling into place here, other than Kevin. I mean, Kevin's a great driver. Don't get me wrong. I actually kind of expected to see him in the front. I'm not going to lie on that one.
Well, I tell you, you're running out here probably with some of the best iRacing drivers there are. So, yeah, if you're going to win these things, that's the only way you're going to do it is by keeping that car out front and clean the entire race. Because otherwise, you're going to have names like Charles Starks, Garrett Atwell, Michael Churchma, Nathan Selleck, Dominic Dieball, Everett Lane. He's sitting right there in 7th place. You're going to have these guys all over you.
Oh, absolutely.
And these guys have been working on these cars all week, getting prepared for this race, and got these things really hooked up. They got these things really moving. It's incredible the speeds that they've got going. They see Kevin McCarthy staying out there playing mind games. He's had a pretty fast car here. You got to think that the guys might be making a little bit of adjustment to try to get out front here. Hopefully they don't over adjust and make it a little bit too loose. It's very easy to do in these cars. I'm waiting on one of them though to. I see them scrubbing these tires. I'm waiting on one of them to spin each other out.
Well, this is the same thing pretty much we saw last week. Kevin waited till about halfway. I think he made it a one pit stop race for himself last week, and he did come out with a win. Pace lights are out on the pace car. Lights are out on the top of the pace car. The pace lights are out. What? Eric Davis was given the EOL for that last incident there, so he is going to take his place in the back of the pack. And Kevin McCarthy is going to be pulling up on the back bumper of the pace car here, waiting for him to pull off the track, and it's going to be back into his hands.
Kevin McCarthy, Charles Starks, Garrett Atwell, Michael Churchman. Let's see what happens here, guys.
Kevin McCarthy hits that loud
green
pedal.
flag.
And big old jump by Kevin McCarthy there. He's going to pull that out really quick to 0.3 of a second lead there over Charles Starks.
Garrett Atwell getting a good run down here, looking to take second position.
Sometimes I hit him about the guys in the front all the time. But with Kevin, he was doing some really good research last week as well, and I think that really helped him out, and maybe that's one of the strategies for him tonight.
Well, I know Kevin was telling us last week in his interview that that's one of the things he worked on last week, all by himself, all week long. That's all he did is go out and restart in first gear so he can get that down pat and keep them tires from spinning. And it looks like he did about the same thing this week because really, really nice restart there. Garrett Atwell is able to reel him back in here. He's down to 0.2 of a second behind. We got Michael Churchman sitting in third, Charles Starks, Nathan Sedlak, Everett Lane, Nicholas Doucette. We got Dominic Dieball, Michael Johnson, and Sean Dewar rounding out your top 10.
Now, what kind of mind games or what's going on do you think in Eric Davis's mind? He had the pole for tonight. Well, other than how that breaks down, but as far as qualifying for tonight, he was right there, and now he's lapped down. What is that?
Not only is he lapped down, he just got black flagged.
Oh wow, I didn't catch that.
Yep, Eric Davis is being shown the black flag. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm going to have to get some word see if we can get some word from the tower why he got the black flag. But yeah, he is going to be bringing it into the pits there to serve this black flag here this time by.
I was watching them as they were pacing right before the green came out. It looks like Richard Holland got a piece of car in front of him, and he looks like he has fell back pretty good from his restart position.
I'm not sure what's going on. I just heard him over the radio say somebody was blinking in front of him and did some damage to his car, I believe is what he said.
Because we're still too wide up here for the lead. These guys are really going at it up here in the top 5. You can probably throw a blanket over these guys.
Well, I'm kind of not wanting to go too far back because I don't want to leave this lead group right now. These guys are running really, really good up here. We got Garrett Atwell and Michael Churchman getting ready to take over, or overtake, Kevin McCarthy.
Everybody's probably got an eye on him. He's got the older tires out there, and he's doing a good job of staying out front, pulling on these guys a little bit here. Most of the time, these tires might fall off a little bit, but it looks like he's holding his own out here in front of these new tires.
I'm back here with James Brown as he run around here in 14th position. I seen him coming off of turn 2 there. He got a little bit squirrely and had to kind of let off the throttle a little bit, and almost got ran over by Richard Holland and Don Stevenson.
No, not to be biased myself for watching this. However, Dom, he started 8th the last couple sessions. He's back up to 6th now.
Got a car down here on the apron. Not sure who it was heading into turn 1. Slowed down and not sure exactly what happened there. I kind of missed that.
It's the 51 of Nicholas Duchetti. He was drafting behind your CORA racing car there, and looks like he just got a little loose off turn 2 there and was chasing it around. No, I'm sorry. That was incorrect. That's a 60 of Sean Dower that got loose right there. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, that's
No, we all make mistakes.
got Michael Churchman taking a dive down, looking on the inside of Garrett Atwell for 2nd position. He's right up on the rear spoiler of Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah, that almost looked like it was out of his line. I don't know if Michael was a part of that or not.
Yeah, Garrett dives it back down on the inside there and makes his way back around Mike Churchman once again for the 2nd position, and
As you see Sean Dower there, he was drafting with the car in front of him there. It just looks like he just gets a little arrow loose there off that corner. He does a good job at saving it there. Oh, I must have the wrong.
yeah, he actually looks like he made contact there with Gordon Berkey a little bit. But nice save, though. Hopefully not too awful much damage there on the front spoiler of the car, because can't stress too much on front spoilers. You damage those things, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
And things definitely happen fast here. I even get a little confused. These guys are running awesome speeds.
I know this isn't a quote-unquote short drive, but for these cars it kind of is. Does the draft still kind of come into play here? I'm kind of watching these guys go around, and it seems like if they're running quote-unquote together, they're doing better. Is that a huge play with this?
Oh, yeah, the draft comes into effect big time. Matter of fact, the draft on these cars at this track here, you could be about 3 or 4 car lengths back from somebody and pick up on their draft. Within a half a lap, you're right back up on their back bumper if you play your cards right. So, yeah, the draft is huge here at this track. Watching Kevin McCarthy coming down the front stretch here. Last lap he came down the front stretch. He was mowing the grass there a little bit. It looked like there was the left side tires. Got it down there, kicked up some dirt, and that's got to be kind of unsettling there when you're coming down these speeds, 230 miles an hour down the straightaways.
Yeah, these are some amazing speeds. I can't even imagine driving that fast.
Seen a puff of smoke up there by the wall. Looks like somebody touched the wall there. I'm not sure who that was. Looks like it might have been our 4th place car of Nathan Sedlick. Just got up there and kind of brushed the wall a little bit, and puff of smoke came out of the side of it, but not exactly sure. Meanwhile, back up front here, Kevin McCarthy is able to hold on to that lead. Michael Church was right there on his back bumper, not giving up any positions whatsoever, not giving up an inch. He is just fighting tooth and nail trying to get back up here to the lead. He wants that lead badly.
That's single file on that top draft, and yeah, the draft's real big here. I know that if you get back there way in the back and you lose it, man, these guys just pull away, and it makes you a lot faster. It's about 5 mile an hour faster down the straights. It really gives you a boost. Almost feels like you got 10 or 15 more horsepower.
Well, back here in 5th place, 35 car of Nathan Sedlick. He's running around on the outside here. He's taking a quick look back down to the inside here. He's going to see if he can get down and around The Colton Berkey car, no luck though. He's gonna have to bring her right back up again, and he seems to be liking that higher line. I don't know why. I don't like the high line here. I like to try to keep that thing about middle to the bottom when I'm running here. But I've watched him a few times, and he just likes to be up there on the top lane. Right now, he's actually underneath the Ford car there of Garrett Atwell, though, as I speak. He's making a liar out of me.
Meanwhile, at the front, you got Michael Churchman up here. He is wearing Kevin McCarthy out. He looked to the outside, and he's waiting on Kevin to move up off that bottom lane. And I'm sure if Kevin does, he's going to stick that nose in there real fast.
No, he's definitely waiting for Kevin to make a mistake, but that's one thing that Kevin does not do. He's very, very good. That's why we call him the Iceman. He's good under pressure. You got to push him and push him and push him. You're going to have to push him really hard to get him to make a mistake and get up out of that groove. I tell you that right now, but Michael Church was doing everything he can. He's just about got that front spoiler. His wore off there, rubbing it up against the back end of Kevin McCarthy's car.
Yeah, he was working very hard, trying to get that draft and almost trying to push him there. You got to be careful in these cars. You don't want that front wing to get caught up on the wheels there. It might lift the front end completely up off the ground.
If you can get them squarely in the back edge, you can get the point of that nose on the that little red light there in the back of the car. You can actually push these things just like you do in NASCAR. You don't want to do it too often though, because like you said, you can take a chance of getting your front wing up underneath them tires, and yeah, you're done.
And it happens so fast. It seems like you can push and push and push all day, and as soon as you get comfortable, get up on it, just like you said, get up on that car in front of you just a little bit too much. It just sucks the front end right up into it.
And James Brown is still sitting back here in the 14th position. He's not in too big of a hurry, I don't think, to make that march to the front. But he said once he gets some laps on them tires, his car does pick up speed and it gets a lot faster. He's got a long run car here, and right now it's looking like a green race. So
it's like Colton Burke is making a move for second place.
Indeed, Colton Berkey is making it 3 wide up here for the lead.
And Churchman takes the lead.
He drops from the lead there to pit road. It looks like he needs some fuel. I'll keep an eye on him and see what he does in his pit stalls. He's coming down to his pits here.
I was listening to his radio and he said he was heading to the pits, so.
You'd have to believe that car was running a little bit low on gas, and he needs it to stay green here for him.
So Michael Churchman once again has taken over the lead. Got now Colton Berkey sitting up here in second place, Garrett Atwell in third, Nathan Sedlak in fourth, Dominic Dyball in fifth. And actually that stuff's changing around here as we speak, because Dominic Dyball just fell behind Everett Lane. Everett Lane takes over the sixth place, and Dominic Dyball drops all the way back to seventh, loses 2 positions as we're speaking. Nicholas Doucette's made his way back up to 8th from around 14th position, or excuse me, 13th position on the restart there. We got Michael Johnson in 9th and Sean Dewar in 10th.
Long pit stop for Kevin McCarthy. I don't know if he had damage or if he may have got a speeding penalty there entering the pits. He came down through there pretty hot.
Well, Kevin McCarthy does go down a lap, so he's going to have to be hoping right now for a caution, because that's about the only way he's going to get his lap back on a track like this with these cars, because you're not going to race to get your lap back, that's for sure.
Yeah, but it's only hopes that cycles through here and we go green a little bit, catch these other guys off guard while they're pitting. That might help him out a little bit. That's just thinking out of the box. Wishful thinking, maybe.
Well, he did pit on lap 56, so I'm thinking that he's just going to make 1 pit stop. So everybody else is going to have to pit, I'm sure, one more time for fuel and tire. For tire and fuel, I can't talk. But anyway, back up here.
Looks like Nathan said like it. Oh, they're 3 wide for second place.
It's Garrett Atwell on the bottom, making it 3 wide there. These guys are pushing real hard.
When you're out here running, where would you want to be? Would you want to be on the outside, inside, or would you want to be down that center? I do not want to be the guy down the center, although I was several times today in our practice races. I got my car in the center there. It does handle, but you get kind of nervous when you got a car on the inside and outside of you.
I'd rather be on the outside. I like that, trying to get that momentum on the outside. Seems like all the other guys just crowd toward that bottom so much, and you can, if you get the momentum on your side, and get that high line working, you can make up a little position.
I was gonna say with these guys, I'm gonna say probably high. Any other crowd, I would think low. Most people kind of want to let their car drift up, and I've had that happen to me in open rooms before, to where I'm at top. I'm like, cool, I got this, and someone comes right up into me. But with this crew and the caliber of these drivers, I would have to agree. I'd like to have the outside.
Speaking of the caliber of these races, we have the top 9 cars right now sitting within 0.7 of a second of each other, and they are racing hard up here in the front as we see Garrett Atwell get down below Michael Churchman, make the pass for the lead.
And he almost just pushed his way through there. He's going for that lead. He wasn't waiting. It looks like that might hurt him a little bit as he lost his momentum doing that.
Well, like you said, that outside momentum is what you want, because that's exactly what Michael Churchman needed to get his car back up there in the front. He just had it on the outside, had that momentum where Garrett Atwell had to kind of cut it off just a little bit because he was down low, and it just didn't want to stick quite as well as Michael Churchman did. And Michael Churchman had the momentum. Back out of run he goes, and Colton Berkey also running the outside. I've seen him running the outside so far this entire race. I haven't seen him down on the bottom once.
It looks like that might work for him here a little bit. He's been making up a little bit of ground every lap. It's well, you really got to commit to run that high line, because the ground you gain, it's slow, but once you get up here in the front, you can make up a couple of feet a lap, and eventually it might pay off here. We'll have to keep an eye on him and watch and see if he can pull this off on the outside.
Well, I'll tell you,
especially with so many laps to go yet. Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't apologize. But yeah, these guys, you got the top 8 here running within half a second of each other. Who just pulled off down off the track? It looks like Garrett Atwell is going to go ahead and pull down on the pits for his second pit stop. So that's going to go ahead and bring Everett Lane up here into the 4th position now. Everett's running good today. He's got his car sitting out here in 4th, looking really nice, looking clean.
And that is Garrett Atwell that hit pit road. He's looking for 4 tires and fill it up.
Looks like Kevin McCarthy actually went down 3 laps on that pit stop. We're gonna have to get with him and find out exactly what happened. But yeah, he dropped 3 laps down on that pit stop.
Garrett Atwell did have a 9.5 second pit stop, and he is entering the track again. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just what my RTVO showed me.
Hey, Lance.
Well, it looks like some of them are the same and some are different, but the top 10 is definitely transformed here. We've got Michael Trushman leading with Colton Berkey in the. Actually, he just dropped back to 3rd. We got Nick Sedlick in 2nd. Everett Lane is in 4th. We've got Michael Johnson in 5th. Dominic Dyball in 6th. 7th is Nicholas Duche. We've got 8th place is Gordon Burke. And then 9th place is Sean Dewar. And looks like around our top 10, we've got Richard Holland.
Hey, Lance. I thought I gave you the job of locking the door today. Yeah.
I don't
Alan
remember
snuck
being
in
assigned
again.
that.
Hey, Alan, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying one hell of a race.
Oh my, we were just commenting here. We got the top 7 cars right now sitting here a half second between 1st and 7th. I mean, these guys are just stuck together. It's got to be hairy out there.
Oh, most definitely. It's definitely a good race. I'm really enjoying watching this. It's fun to watch. But I got to come down here and give a shout out to somebody who's going to be joining us here in the very near future. Dennis out there in Pocatello, Idaho. And son-in-law is kicking back watching our broadcast here, and he wanted to let me know he was watching, and so I figured I'd give him a shout out here.
I didn't catch what you said there, Alan. Your volume must have been down on your microphone.
Oh, okay. How's this? Any better?
There, you sound better.
All right. I said I had to jump down here and give a buddy a shout out that's watching us out here on the broadcast tonight. Dennis out there in Pocatello, Idaho. He's out there enjoying the race with us, and him and his son-in-law. He's going to be joining. He just bought a G27 wheel, and I'm going to get him all hooked up with iRacing, and he's going to be out here with us, racing with us here sooner or later. But I wanted to give him a shout out, let him know appreciate him watching.
It's like the number 21 lap car of Jason Halverson. As we were talking, the leaders were catching him fast, and he got up into the wall and dove down onto the apron.
Now, as long as he didn't take out the leader, Michael Churchman would not be happy. I almost did that one time to Michael. Last season, as a matter of no, I'm sorry, it was the season before. It was my first race. I had the same problem. I just brushed the wall and tried to get it down out of the way, and ended up into the side of, almost into the side of Michael Churchman while he was leading the race. Don't look now, guys, but Jacob and I think I see him down there somewhere around pit road.
Yeah, I am, Carl. I'm just pulling into the parking lot now. I got my headset on. I'm going to make my way down to pit road here shortly. Just get everything together, and I'll be down and get you some updates on what the action's going on. I have to say, I was watching the broadcast on my phone on my way to the track here, and you guys are doing a heck of a job up there, and let's have a fun ending to the race here.
I thought maybe you just got stuck in the hot dog line.
Hey, it was pizza line.
Or the bathroom
Still.
line. Oh my word.
Hey, guys, you know what? There's a race going on out here. You know that? We got Michael Churchman up here in the front right now, being followed closely by Nathan Sedlak, Colton Berkey, Everett Lane, Nicholas Doucette, the young prodigy, sitting here in 5th position. We got Michael Johnson, Dominic Dieball is in 7th place. We got Sean Dewar, Gordon Berkey, and James Brown has made it up here to 10th place now. James Brown's making his run. I think I told you guys, once his car started to get some laps on it there, you'd see him start making his way to the front.
Yep, he sure is. He's inching his way ever closer to the front. Another car I was keeping my eye on, Everett Lane here. He's trying to make something work. So we got 2 more cars dropping down the pit road.
All right, Jacob, we got a couple cars coming down pit road here. We got the leader, Michael Churchman's on his way in.
You guys may mention Nicholas Boucher, and I believe he's the youngest driver in CORA. Is that correct?
Yeah, Nicholas Doucette is 11 years old. He will be 12 years old this year. So, yeah, he is the youngest driver, and he's out here running with these veterans and doing a wonderful job at doing a very, very nice young man. I've had many times I've been down and talked to him, and just a very polite, very well-spoken young man. Back up front here, we got the 81 car of Colton Berkey. What was that? Somebody was talking to me there, I heard.
It's Michael Churchman there. He had a pretty decent stop, 4 tires and fuel for those guys that just left pit road.
Where we at here, we are, what lap? I'm looking at this.
We are lap 75 right now of 125 laps.
Gordon Berkey to pit road. He'll be bringing the CORA machine and a couple of other drivers down with him.
Yeah, down here in pit road, Carl, sorry, I was running as fast as I could from the parking lot here. Looks like a busy place down here. You got both CORA staff guys, as you guys just mentioned, the tower pulling in here. And sounds like Old School Motorsports is about to make their way down pit road. Brad Cooper just went out, little wing adjustment on his car, 4 fresh tires and a full load of fuel. About ready to make his way out there and run it to the end of the race here.
And our leader, Colton Berkey, is on his way in along with Everett Lane. Michael Johnson looks like he's coming along with him. Michael Doucette looks like he's coming in also.
Dominic Dieball, there's a slew of them.
Yeah, I'm down here. It's a busy place. Sliding into his stall, Colton Berkey. I'm right in front of his stall. He just hit the brakes and it slid the rear end out there. Looks like the team's making a little left front wing adjustment there. 4 tires and fuel, and on a way he's going to go here. Pretty good stop there for Colton. And looking down here at the fast lane teams, looking at Michael Johnson and Everett Lane, it seems like their cars are styled in pretty well. 4 tires and fuel. Dom Dyball's crew chief just gave me the thumbs up. All they did, 4 tires and fuel there. They're ready to go for the end of the race.
Well, this is going to shake things up here.
Go down.
As Sean Dorr appears to have problems down on pit road, almost a 30-second pit stop for these guys. As he's trying to get it back going here, is clip the grass there. You got to be careful doing that. That can get you awful loose. These cars have a lot of power, and it's hard to get them taken off here.
Yeah, down here.
Looks like.
I was going to say, and down here in pit road, I just went to Sean Dorr. His team's gun locked up. They went to take the left front tire off, and the gun locked up on them. They had to do a quick change. The guy from the left rear tire had to throw his gun over to him and change up that left front. That's what held up Sean Dorr on his pit stop, and that's an unfortunate stop there for him. But he's off and away. I believe he's going to be 1 lap down here after that mishap to Churchman Sedlak starting to pull back away from the field.
Now we got Michael Churchman, Nathan Sedlak, Colton Berkey, Everett Lane, and Dominic Dyball, or excuse me, Nicholas Doucette, actually now sitting here in 5th place. We're going to take a break here and get a couple words from our sponsors. Welcome back to Michigan International Speedway for the Collisionworx AutoBody 125. We are seeing Michael Churchman, Nathan Sedlak, Colton Berkey, and Everett D. Lane running in the top 4 here.
As we see, after these pit stops cycle through here, these 3 cars, these leaders have pulled away a little bit on this field. It looks like they're going to try to work this draft together and inch on out there and try to get away from them. They're still battling for the lead a little bit. It looks like
Well, down here on pit road, guys, just finishing up my report here. Remember, tonight the DTM experience is given away by Race Room, dug by Doug Coin. So if you see him in the infield, first one to tweet to that account will get that free DTM experience. So it's a good thing to be tuned in here to CORA tonight. So again, once you spot him, make sure you're the first to tweet. And first to tweet's going to get that DTM experience.
And I hear Doug has been spotted, so.
Doug has been spotted, guys. Tweet it out. And get you some free content there. That's awesome pack there.
Back up the front here, we got Michael Churchman, Nathan Sedlick. They have pretty much left the field here. They have a 83 second lead now over top of Colton Berkey.
I'll tell you, when Doug's is out there in the infield, boy, he scared not only us, but he got a driver too, Jason Halverson. He got real close to the leaders, Michael Churchman and Nathan Sedlick, as they come through four there. That was looked like he had got a little loose. Looks like it's extremely tight. I actually don't know what happened before that, but he had turning the wheels like crazy, and they come up on him flying. And close call for all of them guys.
We got Eric Davis sitting out here as the lap car right here in front of Michael Churchman, but it doesn't seem like it's bothering Michael one bit. He's pretty much liking the draft he's getting off of Eric. He's able to save some fuel.
And that lap car's there. It's pretty fast there, and it's pulling them around here pretty good. He's got to be loving that draft, and they're using it to their advantage here. It looks like they're pulling away a little bit.
Now I got Jacob. He's been crunching the numbers down there, trying to figure out the points. Let's take it down here to pit road and see if Jacob can give us a little bit of information on what's going on here.
Crunching numbers, that's an understatement, Carl. That's what I get for coming up to the track late. Looking here at the points, just for the Indy cars, because like you guys have mentioned, tonight we're going to crown a single champion. Michael Johnson came in with a 14-point lead over Don Stevenson. That lead's going to extend at this current point if the race were to end, because he has 4 positions between him and Don Stevenson. The next closest threat was Eric Davis. Eric Davis is 2 laps down, so that's going to hurt him. Kevin McCarthy is the next threat, and McCarthy is 2 laps down. You have to go all the way down to 5th place to find a driver that's in point contention ahead of Michael Johnson right now, and that is Lance Mead's Dominic Dyball in that Small Town Computers IndyCar. And he's sitting only 1 position ahead of Mike, their teammate. So more than likely, Dom, I see him racing hard, but if it came down to it where Michael needed, they're not going to race too hard to kill each other because they've worked together well in this. So at this point, Mike Johnson, this is in the bag for him. All he has to do is keep that nose clean, because all his competition is 2 laps down. Now I'm going to go back here and look at the other points and try to crunch it to see where James Brown is, and if he's in correlation, if he got enough points here so far tonight to pass that Mark McFadden vehicle, who is not in the race this evening.
Well, he was less than 20 points behind, so I don't think he's going to have too much of a problem with that right now. He's sitting here in, he just got passed by 2 cars. He's sitting here in 13th, I think, once they go past the start-finish line. He's going to have dropped back to 13th position. But I think he's just willing to ride around back here because he knows that that's going to get him into the points.
Yeah, I just got the points here up on my phone here. You're 100% right there, Carl. He only has to worry about getting, actually it's 12 points even. That's even better yet for him. And Ryan Borges is the next closest threat. And wow, it seems like anyone who's within a threat of chancing it is 2 laps down. Borges is sitting there right now in 20th position, 2 laps down. So James Brown just has to keep his car clean and finish the race. Same boat as Michael Johnson here. And then we're going to have a set chase ready to go, featuring a host of great drivers and even a CORA staff member.
Well, I'll tell you though, Michael Churchman is not. He's not trying really hard to get around Eric Davis. So I'm pretty much thinking that I was right when I said he's enjoying this draft. But they better look in the rearview mirrors because they got coming up on them pretty quickly here. Colton Berkey, he's actually made up about a half of a second on them here in the last 2 laps. So Colton's coming. He's in a push there with another couple of cars too. Matter of fact, he's got Everett D. Lane pushing him, so there's a good possibility you're going to see this lead evaporate here. Well, as I speak, these guys start racing. Last thing you want to do is start racing. You want to keep lined up. That's how you catch these guys. You got to stay lined up, stay in the draft. But Colton Berkey looks like he's going to drop back to 6th position behind, or 5th position, excuse me, back behind Nicholas. No, he's going to pull down in front of Nicholas. So.
Yeah, Carl, I just went down here and looked at Church.
Race so far. Oh, go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I went down and looked at Churchman's pit crew and just asked him, quickly, is he okay with Davis there? And they said that's there's a small chance on fuel mileage with where they pit. So they're just he's just conserving fuel right now just to guarantee, because if it goes green to the end, it might be close for a few of these drivers on pit road. So that's just a safety thing for Churchman at this point.
That's what happened last week. I can't tell you how many people, how many of these racers reported with about a half a gallon at the end of last race. I was just like, wow. It's just so many of them. It wasn't just 1 or 2. It was a good majority of them.
Michael Churchman trying to get him a safety net. As a driver, you gotta love that. As also as crew chief, you gotta love it too. You can get him out there and make him stretch that fuel. But he's got to be thankful that the cars out there in front of him, if they're close on fuel, that's really helping him right there.
Well, it was 3rd, 4th, and 5th place back there racing. These guys have actually been able to pick their lead back up now. They're back up to 2.8 second lead over 3rd through 5th there. So I think the race, if it keeps up like this, is going to come down between Michael Churchman and Nathan Sedlick. And I don't know if Nathan's got really enough to get around, because I haven't seen him do too awful much trying to pass unless he's doing the same thing. He's just going to try and coast around back there in the draft. Don't know if he's going to have enough, what it's going to take to get around Michael, because Michael has had the fastest car all day long.
Hey, Carl. Oh, I'm sorry again. I'm just trying to catch up on the race.
I apologize.
No, I'm just trying to catch up here on something, Carl. Last week we had a good rivalry boil over. Has that been inking at all tonight with guys racing side by side at all? Specifically, maybe that 4 and 24. Because I'm seeing those guys getting right next to each other right now, and the 4's calling pit road right now.
I haven't really heard much between the 4 and the 24 tonight. They've been pretty much just racing together, staying clean. I've seen Everett do a lot of drafting on Garrett Atwell tonight. They haven't really had much to say back and forth to each other. I think they were kind of given the you guys better calm it down. Oh, as we are talking here, big contact, and we got a car around.
No caution on that, eh?
Looks like these guys are going 3 wide here.
Colton Berkey's still going around.
Everett Lane drifted up a little bit, and them guys made contact. And
I am so surprised there's not a caution on that one.
We'll take a look at the replay here.
Slides up, and they make slight contacts, and that puts Colton Berkey into the wall and induces spin there. He's got major damage to his left front wing.
Yeah, he also has put down there and touched, and that just put him into the spin cycle, and that was the end of Colton Berkey's day. I think that's pretty much going to take him out of any kind of contention for anything. He now goes a lap down, That's a shame. Colton was running really good earlier.
That is too bad, man. There's less than 25 laps to go, and that happens.
He had a great race going there for a while too.
He also had a bunch of toe knocked out on his rear end.
We got to think they've got one faster tire. If he hasn't had damage the whole way, he may get lucky and be able to use that and get back out on the track.
Yeah, but he's still going to be lapped down. I think he's down. He's up to 2 laps down now. He had to tow.
Yeah, I was just saying it is going quick. These guys are so fast around this track. It's not even funny. Like I said, it's like a short track for these cars.
Well, back here
That's why I
around
was
the
asking
third
about
position.
the draft. So
Looks like the best race on the track right now is around 3rd through 7th or so. Garrett Atwell leads these guys. He has really been under a lot of pressure of Nicholas Doucette and Everett Lane. And he's just not willing to give up this position at all. He is really racing hard here to stay in the 3rd position.
Yeah, that's a real good battle going on. That's these guys been running too wide like that for quite a while.
Just down here on the track, Carl, I'm getting a radio transmission right now. Garrett Atwell looks like he's pitting, and the 24 is getting a black flag, I believe, for that incident with Colton Berkey.
So where do you believe these guys are at? You guys follow this a lot more than I do. Again, I'm a computer guy, not a car guy. Where do you think everybody's at with fuel and tires? I know someone had just pit, and other guys are staying out there. Is it wise for them to do so?
Some of these guys pitted a little bit earlier than lap 40, I believe, there, and they haven't made pit stops since. So it's a very good possibility. You're going to have to see some more of these guys coming in and making at least one more pit stop. For the most part, though, I think most of them are done for the day. I think there might be 2 or 3 drivers that did not stop before lap 40, and they're probably looking at getting into the pits.
Excellent. Okay, I was just curious. It's just something I know. Like I said, I'm like kind of a thinker in statistics and just strategy, really. And it's like, wait a minute, what went on here? He's diving on, no one else is. I'm looking at how many laps are left, and I'm just kind of curious. Some of these guys pulled off more of an advantageous strategy, or things just kind of slipped between the cracks, if you will, with the cautions.
I've been listening to the radio chatter here between Everett Lane and the tower, and they said they're reviewing that one incident there when Colton Berkey got spun. He may be here in the near future seeing a black flag, so there may be a black flag in Everett Lane's future here.
That would not be cool for his season. He's been doing very well for the season, and something like that would put a huge monkey wrench in his standings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but you know who will like to see that? Nicholas Doucette. He'd love to see black flag come out for Everett Lane, because that'd give him 3rd place for his first race back this season. So the 11-year-old prodigy would be up there in the 3rd place for a podium finish.
Oh, giddy up, yeah. I'm still rooting for Dom. I'm just saying.
And Dominic Dyball, he's running really strong here in the 5th position. He is, every once in a while I see him poking down, taking a look underneath Nicholas, but just doesn't seem to have the speed to get himself around Nicholas.
Yeah, I don't know, I've kind of gone through the field a little bit here and there, and Dom's not the only one. Dominic's not the only one. I've seen a few people that there's almost, I don't know if they're getting loose. There's almost kind of a stutter going to these corners. Well, I'd say about halfway through. I don't know. And again, that kind of comes back to what I was saying before. How much does you rely and play with your tires on this? At a track like this, with a car like this.
Well, Lance, I can tell you from right down here, pit crew said tires are not usually a problem, but where the thing kicks in is these cars take so long to fuel, and what they can do is, they can fill the fuel up that long. Why not change all 4 tires while doing it? And, that's why they're changing all 4 tires when they do.
Well, I think it takes about 14 seconds to fuel these cars. So, yeah, you might as well change the tires because you can do the tires faster. So, yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. But I will tell you this here, Lance. Remember that setup that me and you ran here last season we worked on for about 100 different laps each?
I had at least 600 myself. So,
well,
yeah,
your driver there, Dominic Dieball,
he's saying that as bad as I finished. I hate admitting that. However, yes, I do remember that. Yep.
Well, Dominic Dieball is running that exact setup right now.
So if I
and
want
our leaders are both on pit road. Jacob, down to you, buddy.
Yeah, down here right now, Churchman and them are coming in. They're going to get 4 tires of fuel. I guess he didn't save enough fuel. Just a quick note as well. Dogie has left the track. No one had won the DTM experience there. So somebody's seen him, but they didn't tweet it in time. So unfortunately, they're going to have to wait for another broadcast down the road here to try to catch him. But yeah, the Storm Racing guys, 4 tires of fuel and a little wing adjustment, and they're off on their way.
That's rough. It'd be like, if you're like only a few people that tweet that in and when you see him and not be able to get it, it's got to be rough.
Well, guys, don't look now, but Everett Lane is now sitting up here in the lead with Nicholas Doucette in second, Dominic Dieball in third, Michael Churchma in fourth. We have James Brown, the CEO, sitting up here in fifth position. Gordon Berkey in sixth. Bradley Cooper is back up to seventh after all that problems he had earlier in the race. Sean Doerr is eighth. John Pansula is in ninth. And Richard Holland sitting here rounding out the top 10. The child prodigy is now looking down on the inside of Everett Lane. He actually looks like he's going to lose positions. I think he got a little bit of a push there in the front of his car. Had to let off of it. And Nicholas Doucette falls behind Dominic Dieball. Dominic Dieball moves his car for a second. And here comes the leaders in for their last stop.
Yeah, Carl, this is a blessing in disguise for Everett Lane.
Oh,
Dominic Dieball hard into the inside pit wall.
No.
He has a reset, though, I believe, guys, so that's another blessing. But the blessing I was getting at is Everett Lane just got black flag for hitting Colton Berkey. Well, by him getting black flag, he's pitting now. He can serve his black flag, get his 4 tires and fuel, and get back out on the track. No harm, no foul. That was a blessing.
Now, with these top runners here,
we have a caution on the
in addition with some of these guys not pitting, what's going to happen with this? I'm
I
very
think
curious.
pitch strategy
We're at 117 and 125.
Pitch strategy just went out the window. I believe we are under caution.
Oh my word! Oh wow!
So is that a good break for Everett Lane? He was in.
That's
pit
a
stall when
huge break for Everett Lane.
If the black flag was served, because the caution came out while he was coming down pit road, I don't know how the iRacing server handles black flags. We'll have to wait to see on how that one runs.
I think it was Bradley Cooper. He was actually exiting the pits, and he got on the gas too hard and spun around and barely got on the track.
Well, there you have it. Bradley Cooper bringing out our caution here.
I was looking at everybody dropping back. Looks like Church gained from that. Everett's back some. Another one I seen in the front earlier. Dom's back some. Looks like James Brown's up some.
Looks like Bradley Cooper just lost traction there and spun out on him and got up on the track there a little bit. Yeah, it's a tough break for these guys.
Well, tough break for Dominic Dieball.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say
the outside of the pit wall there. As he went into the pits, he just got into the binders there a little bit too hard. Got the rear end a little bit squirrely and just smacked that front wheel right off the wall.
Oh my word!
So this shakes the standings up quite a bit. We have Sean Dewar now looking at the lead with Michael Churchman in second. Richard Holland is up to third. John Pansula's in fourth. Nicholas, no, he's not here yet. Nathan Sedlick sitting in fifth. Garrett Atwell sitting in sixth. We got Michael Johnson in seventh. James Brown is back down to, well, he just got passed by Michael Johnson somehow here on the under caution. Don't know how that happens, but anyway, he is sitting now in 10th. He's being passed by a lot of drivers. What's
Stop
going on
talking
with James
about him,
Brown?
Carl. He's dropping like a rock when you're bringing his name up.
Anyway, he rounds out our top 10 now. Phil Gary has moved up into 8th position under caution. I'm confused. Usually, I thought you weren't supposed to pass under
The
caution,
funny
guys.
thing is it seems like when we bring somebody up, something's going on with them. You know, I had brought up how I can't remember his name now. Give me a moment. Eric Davis, how he was in the beginning there, I think, because of the way they start their starts, he was like fourth, and he ended up being a couple laps back. And as soon as I started talking about him, something happened, and it's just been kind of a weird, thing with that tonight. Very weird.
Yeah, and I'm watching these guys come in pit road right now, like Johnston, James Brown, and Gordon Berkey and them. I'm a little baffled why they came down pit road. Because
there's only 14 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, but now they're a lap down. Now by them pitting, the leader has passed them, and now they are a lap down. They were at the tail end of the lead lap and had a chance at the wave around, and now they just pit and surrendered that position, and now they're going back down a lap, and that's crucial. Well, Mike Johnson, I can understand, trying to play that safety barrier because all his competition is a couple laps down at this point for the championship in that sense. But now Don Stevenson's sitting in 7th. Mike Johnson just pit. That could be pivotal in the change of the points for the IndyCar championship here tonight.
Well, now that we got the pitting out of the way here, we have some more changes in the top 10 under caution. With Michael Churchma, he has moved his car back up into the front. Sean Dewar in the AutosForSale.com car sitting in second. John Pansula, Nathan Sedlick, Richard Holland, Garrett Atwell, and Don Stevenson is now sitting here in 7th position. Phil
we're
Gary
still under caution, though, Carl. Is this going to change again? I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's just... I'm just kind of looking at what's going on here, and the change... Wow. Just wow. What an interesting race. That's all I have to say.
You've got Everett Lane and Dominic Duval here. They're going to play a little strategy and get the wave around here. As looks like Nicholas Duchette's going to get the wave around as well. I believe he's going to stay out there with them and get the wave around, and that'll put these guys back on the lead lap when they catch back up around.
Well, the lights are off on the top of the pace car here, so now we have our cars got their laps back. We have, like I said before, and it didn't change, Michael Churchma, Sean Dewar, Nathan Selleck, John Pansula, Richard Holland, Garrett Atwell. They're your top 6.
All right, good up. I wasn't trying to, play anything. I really didn't know what was going to, yeah. I've not been around racing my entire life, so I've got questions still, so that's why I was kind of wondering what was going on there.
We are now seeing names like James Brown, Gordon Berkey, Michael Johnson, Ryan Borges, Michael Tibbetts. They are all sitting a lap down after that really confusing round of pit stops there. So
I hope I didn't screw up the broadcast. I know you said I can speak when I
You're
when
doing
I want,
fine, sir. You're doing
I
fine.
think I may have shoved my foot in my mouth there.
Nope, you're doing just fine. We're going to go back down here with Jacob one more time. He's going to give us a quick rundown on the points as soon as we go back to green. So give us a second here. We got the pace car getting ready to make the hard left, and it's going to put the hands of the race back into the hands of Michael Churchma. He hits the loud pedal, and he's back off, heading down into turn 1 with his...
And Sean Dowers gets loose and puts his car in the grass, holds on to it somehow, and no yellow on the field. He's going to get back up to speed, but he's going to lose a lot of positions because of that.
That's a shame for Sean Dewar there. He was looking forward to having a good finish today, too. I was talking to him earlier before the race. But let's go back down here to Jacob Nye one more time. He said he's got an update on the points.
Yeah, Carl, this is huge right now. Remember I just said about Mike Pitton? Looks like Don Stevenson only needs to beat him by 5 positions to win the championship. Don Stevenson currently is in 7th. Michael Johnson's in 14th. That is, well, now Don Stevenson's up to 6th. So every position counts here. If something happens to Stevenson, it's Johnson's championship. If Johnson can get these couple lap positions down, it's going to be marginal points. This is huge.
Well, we're watching Garrett Atwell and Nathan Selleck as they snake their cars back and forth down the straightaway there. They are racing hard against each other.
We had some contact between those guys on the restart. John Pansula and Nathan Sedlick got together a little bit and had a little contact with each other there. Hopefully it didn't damage their cars too awful bad as they're trying to get the big payday here this evening.
Well, Garrett Atwell has got his car fixed and it got everything, all of his problems that he was having are gone. Because he is now sitting on the inside of Michael Churchman here as he's trying for the lead going into turn 1.
Contact between Michael Churchman and Garrett Atwell.
Last lap contact between Garrett Atwell and Michael Churchman is going to send Michael Churchman back to at least 3rd or 4th position here. What a race we have here for the finish.
Yeah, these guys are going
Nathan
out here
Sedlick's
pretty good.
taking a look down on the inside, and it is Garrett Atwell. Looks like it's going to take the win.
What a finish those guys are going
Oh
at
my
it.
word!
2-3 wides, man. I was speechless. Those guys was going at it so hard there.
Wow!
What a
Garrett
race!
What
What
a
a finish!
race!
Unofficial right now, we have Garrett Atwell, Nathan Sedlick, and John Pansula. Your top 3. Michael Churchma fell all the way back to 4th after leading a big chunk of that race. We have Richard Holland up here to 5th position. Don Stevenson finished in 6th. Everett Lane's in 7th. Dominic Dieball is in 8th position. Phil Gary, Nicholas Doucette, Sean Dewar, James Brown, Gordon Berkey, Michael Johnson, Ryan Borges. Then we have Michael Tibbetts, Colton Berkey, Eric Davis, Kevin McCarthy, the Iceman, finishes 19th position, 2 laps down. We have Jason Halverson, David Wenk, Charles Sharp, Bradley Cooper, Chuck Thompson's 24th, Joel Woods 25th. We got Jonathan McMahon and Gary Bauer rounding out the field.
And you got to give a shout out there to Everett Lane and Dominic Dieball there for getting it back together and finishing in the top 10. Dominic had some damage there, and those guys got their pit crews together and they rallied and got back, had a top 10 finish.
Well, what a race we have seen here. We are going to go to commercial real quick. We're going to get up here with our winner of Garrett Atwell, Nathan Selleck, and John Pansula after these messages.
No, thank you.
Do you want me to do one, or just y'all do one? That's fine, I came in late.
We're live again here on the LSRTV, Michigan International Speedway, CORA Sunday Money. We're going to be talking to the number 4 car driver, Garrett Atwell. He's your winner of this event. Are you Garrett Atwell? That's a great win, man. Way to keep it together for 125 laps. How'd you do there, man?
Oh my gosh, this is one of the craziest things ever. Last week I had a terrible, well, I mean, I had a great race in Indy, had a solid car and led the most laps, but just coming here and, doing this and with vengeance is awesome. I just can't believe it.
Heck yeah, I seen you had to get a pretty aggressive. Was it real aggressive was you really trying to be aggressive, or was you holding back a little bit on them guys?
Oh, I was going all out, man. I was running on fumes too, because under those green flag pit stops, I didn't get enough fuel, and that caution saved me.
Yeah, awesome. That was my next question. How'd you end up working that fuel strategy to get yourself there in the top 5?
I have no idea. On lap 10, I got wrecked, and I was 2 laps down, and I come back and win this thing. It's just amazing.
Heck yeah. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Curial Trucking. It's my sponsor. They're awesome. Just Neon Racing. TJ Graves and Ryan Borges, great teammates. And just the Lord. It's awesome. I know it's sim racing, but still, it's awesome.
Well, awesome, Garrett, man. That sounds great, buddy. And congrats on your win there. Great job, man. You have to go celebrate.
10-4. It's awesome.
All right, man. You heard there from the winner himself. Guys, back at you.
Yeah, Jason, I'm down pit road here. Chasing down Nathan Sedlak in second place in that number 35 Honda Dallara IndyCar. Nathan, coming down at the end there, you had a couple of your buddies racing in front of you. Well, maybe not necessarily buddies, but good competitors on the track. And watching that incident, what was going through your head?
Oh, I was just trying to hang in there as best I could, not get caught up in it. I hated to see teammate Churchma get booted there. I don't know what happened. It's kind of close for me to call. It's just hard racing there. One guy trying to take the entry away from another guy, and it's really tough around here with these cars and trying to get them to stay down and everything else. But I was just hoping for the best there. I'll take my seconds and thirds all year long. I still got a 0 in my win column, but I'll take my top 5s and top 10s all year.
Oh, and it's a great feeling, especially knowing you just came off your honeymoon. It is a great way to celebrate it. Going into the chase here, what's your track you're aiming for the most? Like, what's your coup de grace? Now we're done with the open wheels. We have Cup, Nationwide, Truck Series. What are you going to be the man at?
I try to be the man at everything. Last year I finished second at points, so a little bit of redemption this year. Trying to just have 4 really good races and try and have 4 really good finishes, because that's what it's going to take, I think, to win it. Don't want to get caught up in something and have that one bad race. You got to have 4 really good ones, no matter what, and I think that'll do it.
Well, I wish you personally the best of luck in the chase, as well as the other 12 competitors. You finished off the Sunday Money regular season second place in points. Not a bad year. Who do you gotta thank for your series so far this year? Who makes you run the way you do?
Well, definitely first and foremost, D&K Trucking on the side there, Montgomery, Illinois. They help me out every weekend to put me on the track, and I just want to put them on the screen here and let them be seen and do a good job for them. I really appreciate what they've done for us this year here in CORA. A number of sponsors that the guys have and everything. Storm Motorsports, David Wink, Don Stevenson, Michael Churchma help me out every week, and we'll go into chase and we'll see what we can get done. Rookie of the year last year and runner-up, and we'll see what we can get done this year.
Well, again, congratulations on the outstanding run tonight, Nathan. We're going to send it down pit road here a little farther. I think Kyle has caught up with our third-place finisher.
Yeah, John Panzulli, you were running up front those last couple of laps with all y'all tight packed together. How do you feel coming those last couple of laps?
Well, honestly, pretty darn nervous. I'm racing the best guys out here. I'm surprised to be sitting here in a third place podium position. I'd like to thank Dixon Trucking out of Montgomery, Illinois, and I'd like to thank CORA, Kevin, James, Gordon Berkey, Rex Buchanan, Terry Hurley, and the rest of the gang. They've really helped me out with everything.
What was your strategy this whole race? I didn't really see much of the race, but you managed to get up there, get up in the top three and into the race.
Yeah, 10-4. I was just kind of laying back and letting the race develop and get deep into it and try to stay out of trouble, keep the car clean, and a little bit to go there. I was down with about 1.5 gallons left in the tank, and I was going into pit, and fortunately the yellow came out, so I dodged back out, and it worked out the way it did. I'm really happy.
Okay, thank you. We'll send it back up to Carl.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
What a race we have seen here today. And we have with us here the champion of the IndyCars, Don Stevenson. And present the award is James Brown.
Well, thank you, Carl. And Don, congratulations on your championship. And on behalf of CORA and the entire CORA staff, congratulations. And it was fun racing with you tonight. And as it is every week when I am able to catch you. But congratulations, Don. It's well deserved.
Thank you, James, and thank you everyone with CORA for putting up these individual championships, these series championships. I mean, I'm definitely the last person I ever thought would win the IndyCar championship, especially with my lack of history with the car and everything, but I'm definitely happy with it and will definitely gladly accept it.
Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations from everybody here at LSRTV. Awesome job, Don, and a great job tonight from all of our drivers. It was a wonderful race. It was probably one of the best races I've seen this season, and hopefully going here into the chase in 2 weeks, we'll see some more of the same. So, what do you think, John? Or Jason? What do you think was the best part of this race today?
Oh man, it had to be the 2-3 wide action, and to come just the way everything was constantly changing, and the way the guys, they had to get everything right to get up there and contend for this win. I mean, we saw real high speed racing, and it was wicked fast. And congrats to all the guys who placed in the money. Congrats to the champion, and congrats to the winners, man.
Can I just give a shout out real quick? I wanted to thank my sponsor there, Coles Wheel Butter, for sponsoring me this whole season. Storm Motorsports, a wonderful family, and my loving wife here. I can't thank them enough. Thanks, guys.
Well, once again, congratulations, Don Stevenson, on bringing home the championship for the IndyCars, and congratulations to you, Garrett Atwill, for winning the race today. Awesome race. I'm Carl. On behalf of LSRTV and everybody that's affiliated here,
Carl,
thanks for watching. And yes, go ahead, James.
One thing I'd like to say is I'd like to
commend you guys on the job you're doing in the tower. Super job. Keep up the good work. And just special thanks to, I can't go through all the sponsors right now, but everybody that makes this possible. Just kudos, man. Bigger things coming. We're going into the chase now, but for season 5, bigger, better things are coming. And I'm ready for this season to be over.
Your autograph, man?
Ready for the next season to start.
You know, man. It's all yours, buddy.
Thanks, Don. I appreciate it, man. I got my T-shirt ready for you here.
The Iceman, Kevin McCarthy. How are you today?
Good, man. I just had to come up and bug Don about his championship there. Good job. Nice job.
I'll give you my autograph, but you gotta tell me how you drive these things.
10-4.
Well, Kevin, now that we got you up here in the booth, I might as well ask you. We watched you today out here leading. You went up for your pit stop and came back out 3 or 4 laps down. What happened?
Yeah, I had a little malfunction on my entrance on pit road there. Hit the pit road speed limiter and didn't let it back off far enough. I had a pit road speeding going in, and then because I was so excited getting back out, trying to eliminate some of that downtime, I let go of the pit road speed limiter just a split second before I entered pit road, got a speeding on the way out. So a total of 20 some odd seconds sitting on pit road serving those penalties. So I was pretty much done there.
Well, that's a shame because you were up there, like I said, you were up there leading a good bit of this race. But otherwise, that, like I said before, I can't stress enough. That was probably one of the more fun races I think I have had the privilege of announcing this season. A lot of good racing, a lot of 3 and 4 wide racing I saw out there today, and kudos to you guys. You did a great job. Thank you very much.
10-4, appreciate what you've done, Carl. I'm back in the tower doing my job. It's been fun racing with you all for the last 4 races in the Indy Series, and once again, congratulations, Don Stevenson, on that championship without a win.
Looks like Alan Larson snuck back in the back door again here.
What?
Yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations, guys. You guys have run an awesome series, and good job, everybody.
Well, if we got everybody in here now has said their thank yous and everything, I think we are about ready to say good night and God bless all.
Yeah, thank you very much, LSRTV, Carl, everybody on board. Appreciate everything very much. Thanks.
And also, and don't forget, guys, Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Don't be afraid to go out and God bless America. Memorial Day. We're not going to be here next week, so take the week off and enjoy it.
That sounds great, guys. And we thank y'all, and y'all have a good night.